Hey there tubers, Redneck Brian here, back here with the 5 kilowatt Onan. Couple things, I've got it to turn over, and I removed this inspection plate, and let me grab this here. They had, as you can see on here, here's the way I'm going to be wiring it for 120 volts output. They had, I believe it was, they had the positive and negative touching. So hopefully this thing wasn't tried to be started like that. I did try it, but it didn't stay running, so it shouldn't have caused any damage. Yeah, so they had the positive negatives touching. So as far as I know, this is how this has to be hooked up. For positive and negative, you'd want M1 and M3, that'd be one lead, and M2 and M4 for the next lead. As far as I know, that's how I have my other generator hooked up. I'm not going to take it apart to check it because I know it works. So it just outputs way too high a voltage. But the governor is what lowers the voltage on these. But I've had it crank. It does crank over. It did fire. I sprayed some quickie in it. Let me just do a demonstration. It's supposed to not crank when it's like that. Yeah, so that switch isn't doing dick all, unless that just kills the spark. It might also kill the fuel pump. That's possibly why this guy couldn't get it running. Maybe didn't have the switch clicked the correct way. I don't have a multimeter out here with me right now, so I can't tell. So next, I'm going to try to get this close to my shop as I can, and slide her off into the shop. And I gotta get a cart. I might buy 2 batteries or just use this battery. But most likely get 2 batteries. It's gotta get a cart wide enough for this, and that will fit this, fit a gas tank, have clearance at the fan, and everything else. So most likely I have to mount the gas tank down there so I can keep the fan clear, put a battery on each side, and figure out something that way. As you heard, it does turn over, which is good, which I'm happy about. No electric choke though, didn't notice. Choke has good spring back on it though. So let me try flicking the switch. All this crap on here is disconnected. So yeah, I don't mind toggle switches, but I rather have a key on switch, so most likely do something like that on here once I figure out what most of this stuff does, what needs power, so on and so forth. Obviously the points would need power, or I'll just leave it the way it is and just make some sort of a cover go over this, or just leave it open. But I don't know about leaving that open to the weather, so I got a lot of electrical here. And yeah, I don't really know what much of it does. There's the generator feeds right there. I'm thinking about hooking up a test lead to those while I'm cranking it, making sure I am getting correct voltages off of this while it's cranking. I might go grab my multimeter and do it off camera because I need 2 hands. So, and that's pretty much it. Then I'm going to put it in there and deal with it another day. I don't know if my multimeter's out here or not. But main thing is I can't do nothing with that until I get a cart to mount it on. So yeah, it's not going to be not much is going to be happening with that until I get a cart for it. But I do obviously want to keep it dry, so it'll stay dry sitting right there. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, again, this one's a 5 kilowatt. The old one's a 4, so obviously bigger, more powerful, more output power. This was actually in a motor home. It was in a actually converted bus, a coach bus motor home. The only thing, I think he said it was a 35-foot converted coach bus. So that's what this thing was in. Here's the coil. It's a little bit different than my other coils, so I doubt that would have even worked. Yeah, but it's not pressure lubed, which, as far as I know, it's not, which I don't really care. That's the points under there, I know that. And that's pretty much it. So I'll try to figure out some of this wiring here and see what everything is and what everything does. See what I can do, how to rewire this, or just leave it. And the main thing is I want to get this chip underneath, so it's not open to the elements. Like I said, this thing was in a, it was actually in the cargo compartment on the bus, the guy said. So, and then it had a hole, the bus had a hole for the fan right here. See if that has a grill on it. Nope, no grill. So I'm gotta be careful with that. But it's, other than that, it's in really good shape. This is from my broken casters from my cart. Got new plug wires, new plugs, and that's pretty much it. And I figured out why that wouldn't start. It's because those stupid E3s in it. Later, more on that when I get my new one. Here's the exhaust system that came with it, muffler and stuff like that. I gotta trim this up a bit and figure out what I can save off of this and what do I have to buy. Muffler should be fine. And that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to everyone later. Keep it redneck, and please subscribe and comment, and have a great evening.